Okay, at this point, we have been through almost every single shape. We've looked at prisms, we looked at pyramids, we looked at cylinders, we looked at cones. Fun way to remember cylinders and cones is they both start with the letter C, which stands for circle. But that gets us into our final one, which is a sphere, which is this shape here, which doesn't start with the letter C, but still is basically one big 3D circle. That's how I remember it. It's a ball, right? It's a spherical shape there. So when we look at the volume of a sphere, it actually is one of the goofier volume formulas here. Volume of a sphere, where it is 4 times pi times the radius to the third power over 3. That's right. The 3 on the bottom, the 4 on the top of the fraction, the pi, the third power, all that is the same. You're really only looking for one thing. You're looking for the radius, which is, if you watched the last video, you'll remember that the radius is the distance from the center of the circle to the edge, which in this case is the only dimension that they give us. It's this 9 inches here. So I know the radius is 9. Again, I asked myself before I did this, is this the radius or is this the diameter? I know it's not the diameter because it doesn't go the full distance here. It's just half the distance, which is the radius. So then the volume would be 4 times pi times the radius, which is 9, to the third power over 3. Remember, we want our answers in terms of pi, so I'm not going to type pi in my calculator. I'm going to do 4 times, skip pi, 9 to the third power over 3. Make my fraction, 4 times 9 to the third power over 3. That gives me 972. Here's where I'm going to put pi, and it's inches, so I'm going to do inches to the third power. And that's how we find the volume of a sphere. It's very, very simple in terms of the numbers that you need to find. There's only the radius that you care about. But the formula in itself is naturally a little bit more complex than the other ones. You have a 4, you have a 3, you have a pi, you have a third power. There's so much just to remember. So that one makes it a little bit difficult. But anyway, that is how we find the volume of a sphere.